Hi everyone, Coach Sergio here from the first year Monterey County. Thanks for coming today and joining us for our 4 o'clock Tuesday golf and life skills class. Today we're here at the golf course, a little windy, but we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna learn about our pitching and the difference between pitching and chipping. We're gonna talk about distance response of controlling our distance with the length of our swing. Okay, and we're also going to talk about one of our core values of honesty and how we learn honesty through the game of golf. And our third thing is we're going to learn a little bit about one of the first rules you learn about golf, and that's called play it as it lies and what that means. And we're going to connect that a little bit to your life. Thanks for joining us again, and we'll have some fun. All right. So today we're going to be working on pitching. Okay, it's like a baseball pitcher. Okay, and the difference between a pitching, and chipping is it might help you when you chip. Your ball less in the air and more on the ground. When you hit a pitch shot, as you can see here, we have some targets laid out. You're going to be hitting, it's going to be more in the air and less on the ground. Okay, so that's kind of the difference between a pitch shot and a chip shot. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to try to land each shot into each hula hoop, and I have them spaced out in about 5 yards. Okay, I'll kind of talk a little bit about what I mean by yards and how that relates to golf. But my goal is going to be to land them in each hula hoop. Okay, kind of like we call this a leapfrog game. So once I landed in the first, I'm gonna try to go to the second lily pad, third, and all the way till the end. Okay, so that's a game maybe you could do at the golf course. You can set different targets at different distances and try to get to one side. Okay, now what I really want you to focus on though is the length of my swing. Now I'll take a big swing for you so you can see this is a big swing. We like to use simple words. We got a small swing, or if you want to say a small swing like a putt, okay, we have a medium swing, about half to half, and then we have, like I said, a full swing. Now, if it might help you, pretend I'm a clock. 12 o'clock's up here, okay, and as you go, different parts of the clock, I've seen that used to kind of work on your swing. Now, let's have some fun and let's try to hit some shots. So, when we talk about distance, I think even if you've never played golf or if you've played golf, if I go and swing like this, I think you can tell me where that ball would probably go if I hit it good. Okay, it's probably going to go to that house over there. So the trick is before you hit, you want to look out there. Okay, look at which one you want to go to, and then this is what a lot of people do: is take a practice swing. So the point of a practice swing is to get that feeling of your swing and seeing if that fits your shot. So if I go over and I swing and I take a small swing, I go, wow, that didn't feel right. Okay, so then I would take a medium swing and say, well, maybe that's too much. But you do that all before you hit. Okay, so let's try to hit one to this first one. Okay, so I'm gonna try and take a practice swing, fit, see which one fits for me, and let's give it a go. Let's see if we can land it in there. Ooh, that one go a little too far, Coach Brian?
Just a little bit.
All right, we'll try again. But see if you can see my swing, the length that I take. Ooh. Now, what that golf ball, remember the best teacher you're going to have is the golf ball. Because the golf ball, although it can't talk, it's telling me something. And if you paid attention, I just hit those two shots a little long. So I'm going to try to take a smaller swing because that golf ball was telling me you went too far. Now too short. So then, as I practice, that's what I'm trying to do. Now we talked about yards. This is about 5 yards to that first one, okay? And what we use in golf terminology, the way that we talk and the way that we figure out how far something is, in golf we use yards. Now, if you don't have a yardstick or you don't have a laser which you can point, they'll tell you how far. Golfers, what they do is they take about a stride, just like that, and that's about 1 yard. Okay, so if I'm gonna try to take five strides and see if that is pretty close to that first one. 1, 2, 5. So that's about right there. Okay, so 5 yards, and I have a lot going that way. Now you saw my swing for the first one. Okay, and I was a little long and then a little short, but I'm working on it. Now I'm gonna try to go to the fourth one. So it's about 20 yards away, okay? Now, I'm gonna try a different swing. All right, see how that works. Very close. Very close. All right, let's try again. Closer. As you can see, I'm taking probably a longer swing. All right. So let's go and try to go to that last one all the way at the end. All right, let's see how we do. Let's see how my swing changes. A little long there. Try one more. Ooh, both a little long. So as you can see, as I practice, you can see the length of my swing changes to the different one that I want to go. So let me try the middle. So this is a little drill that you can work. So think of distance response as you're working on something from front to back. And when we're working on our targets, we're working left to right. Okay, so being aware of our target and aiming, that all works left to right when our distance works front to back. Okay? I'll do one more and we're going to talk a little bit about our honesty on the golf course. Ooh, there you go, that one hit right on. All right, so one of our core values here at the golf course is honesty, and we use that at the golf course when we are playing, and I'm going to show you how we do that, okay? So if I walk over to my ball here and I'm on the golf course and I see it right there, and I'm going to go and you're going to tell me if it looks like I was trying to hit it or not. Okay? Oops. I try to hit it and I missed. Now, would you actually know? Can you tell if I tried to hit it? What if I was here and I go like that? To you, it might look like I did, but who's ultimately going to know if they try to hit it? And that's me, okay? And one of the things that separates golf from other sports, as if you played maybe basketball, football, you're always going to see those people wearing the white and the black. They might be having a whistle, things like that. Those are referees. Golf, the referee is, you guessed it, is yourself. So if I'm at my ball and I try to hit it and I miss, in the game of golf that actually counts because I made an attempt to hit it. Now, the only person that's going to know is myself. So that's when we use honesty. And then there's another word we use, integrity. Okay, and they kind of work together. But we use honesty on the golf course. Now, when you play on a golf course, I think we talked about a couple weeks ago, every time you hit, you're counting your shot. Okay? So now when I get to the end, I write down how many times. So every time I hit this ball and then I make it in the hole, that's how many times, that's my score for the hole. And that's on me to be honest with my score. All right? Now, something you might come about is you might hit your shot and then you walk up to it and you find it in a hole. And what we call these, we learned this a couple weeks ago with Coach Jose, is these are called divots. If you come up to your ball and it's in a divot, naturally you look at it and you go, I don't like that, and you're going to want to do this. You look around, you go, oh, no one's watching, okay? Like I said, integrity and honesty, it kind of work together. So it's up to me to be honest about my score. So guess what? There's a rule in the game of golf. Number one, it says play the ball as it lies, all right? And what that means is simple. Play the ball as it is. Sometimes you might not be able to hit it, and there's other rules for that, but I just want you to understand that when you hit your shot and you find it, however it's sitting, most of the time you got to hit it, okay? And we can link that to life, as when you make a choice, we can't go back or we can't try to make it better. We can only move forward and try to make the best of our situation. So here at the golf course, as you're playing, you're hitting your shot, okay? Wherever it ends up, hey, you hit that shot, that's on you, that's what you hit, so you have to go and hit from wherever that is. So at the golf course, you might find long grass, short grass, you might find holes, you might be behind a tree. Things like that might happen, All right. And it's up to you to understand. You got to play the ball as it lies. So remember that, when you're out making choices at home or at school, okay, understand that whatever choice you make and the result is what is from your choice. So you have to keep playing that as you go. All right. What we want to try to do is learn from that. Okay. And so I've played in a lot of tournaments, and there's actually a couple times where I broke a rule, and not on purpose, but I broke a rule, and I had to be honest about that rule. Okay. And I had to tell, and it's up to me to call it. Okay. Because let me ask you, I'm sure you've played other games, board games, games at school, wherever that is, and someone breaks a rule and they say, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. And then eventually you guys might get into an argument, or it's not going to be fun anymore, and you understand that maybe you're not going to want to play with that person. When you go golfing, sometimes in tournaments, you're playing with someone you don't know, all right? Are they going to want to play with you if you're not telling the truth? So you want to be known as an honest person, and golf is one of those number one sports that brings that out, okay? Because remember, you're your own referee. You're being honest with the rules and how you play this game. So that's how our honesty works into it. So let's get back into our game. What I'm going to try to do is try to make one and see how far I can get, all right? In 10 shots, let's see how far I can get. So remember, watch my swings. I got small, medium, and a big swing, yeah? So I'm going to try this first one. Ooh, a little short. There we go. We got one lily pad. Try and go to the second. So I take my practice swing a little longer probably than the first one. Ooh, close. Now, at the end today, I'm going to challenge you and see if you can. So I'm showing you one way. I'm showing you one way to control your distances by the length of your swing. What I challenge you to do at home is see if there's other ways that if you've played golf, or even if you've never played golf, there's about 2 other ways that we can have this ball go farther. Okay, so I'm showing you one, which is how to control our distance by taking the length of our swing. Okay, but I'm going to challenge you, and maybe I'll give you a little hint with how you can maybe hit the ball farther. Okay, or maybe by looking at this guy. But next week we'll be learning a little bit more about our clubs and how we can use them. All right, so thanks for joining us today. Please tune in next week at 4 o'clock with myself, Coach Sergio, and we're going to have a participant join us, so we're excited for that. Remember, be honest out there and play that ball as it lies. Have a good day, everyone.